Hello, welcome back to the History Hour with your host, Dr. Mahogany Shoes. Today we look at the war of the Barbary pirates against young America. Our story begins with the Barbary pirates as the official sea raiders from the Barbary region of North Africa, compiled of the states of Tripoli, Tunis, Morocco, and Algiers. These pirates were sanctioned by the Turkish government. They attacked merchant ships in the Mediterranean during the 17 and 1800s and held their crews for ransom from the Christian nations to which they belonged. They were the scourge of the Mediterranean Sea during the 16th and 17th centuries. It originated with a naval conflict that began at the beginning of the 16th century, while the Christian leaders of Spain and Portugal tried to conquer the Muslim states of North Africa. The Muslim states tried to advance into the western Mediterranean Sea in an effort to expand the Ottoman Empire. The Muslim and Turkish forces were sanctioned the captains of corsairs. They were sea raiders appointed to attack enemy shipping. Excuse me. By 1580, the Turks had successfully driven away Spanish and Portuguese forces from their empire, but these pirates continued to raid Christian ships well into the 18th century, and with the birth of young America as a country, they began to target America as well. Now, it should be mentioned that there were groups such as the Roman Catholic Religious Order of Martyrans that operated from within France with the particular mission of collecting and dispersing money to fund the relief and ransoms of the Barbary pirates' prisoners. Now, we begin with the first war of the Barbary pirates and America. Starting in 1756, the United States had routinely paid the Barbary states a tribute fee that guaranteed that the U.S. ships would not be raided by any Turkish corsairs. Excuse me. My throat gets rather parched on these long winter evenings. Now, these routine payments were not a construct that sat well with the Americans. Submitting to the Barbary states by paying these tributes insulted and threatened U.S. sovereignty. So, naturally, in 1780, when the Tripolitan Pasha raised the cost of this tribute payment, Thomas Jefferson refused to pay this new sum. So, Pasha declared war on May 14th of 1801. This fateful day is the day when the pirates began to attack U.S. ships. There were a handful of skirmishes between the U.S. Navy and the Turkish forces, and eventually, the United States formed a naval blockade around Tripoli. This blockade failed to have any intimidating effect, however, which naturally led to Thomas Jefferson, again, attempting to solve this conflict diplomatically. But Pasha refused to come to any conclusion. Now, that was the first war of the Barbary pirates against the young the young country that is America. Now, it should be noted that the outcome of this war was, of course, the blockade the Americans placed surrounding Tripoli, and that blockade was lifted for a short period of time. And additionally, at the end of this war, the U.S. returned to their annual regular payment of the tribute fees to the barbarian states in order to keep these ships protected. Excuse me while I stoke the fire. I like a warm, rich environment while I'm reading my history on these cold winter nights, don't you agree? on to the Second War. In 1803, conflict flared again, this time igniting real military confrontation. The U.S. forces were led by Commander Edward Preble and Lieutenant Stephen Decatur. Preble sent U.S. frigate Philadelphia to resume the previous blockade of Tripoli, but the ship was captured by the pirates. On February 16th, 1804, Decatur and his crew raided Tripoli harbor in order to set the captured Philadelphia on fire. William Eaton, the U.S. consul to Tunis, tried to rid the Tripolitanian Pasha by capturing the port city of Derna. This was a significant victory for America at the battle at Derna, and that essentially marked the end of the Second Barbary War against our America. The outcome of this Second War was that in June of 1805 there was a peace agreement reached between, of course, America and the Barbarian states. And this meant that the United States no longer had to pay tribute to Tripoli in order for their ships to have safe passage through Tripolitanian waters. However, it should be mentioned that some other barbarian states were to keep receiving these tribute payments until that ended in 1816. Now, to summarize this night's section of the History Hour with Dr. Shoes, I should mention that the result of these two great wars was that the piracy of the Barbary states was suppressed. And it's important to realize that these pirates were not criminals completely at odds with their government. They were, in fact, not only funded, but politically supported by affluent merchants and leaders of the Turkish government. Isn't that astounding? And that, my friends, is the story of young America and the barbarian pirates. Muslim Turkish forces. Okay, that was good. Can you pause now? That was good. No, that wasn't good. We'll just cut it off from there. Sea raiders appointed to attack enemy shipping. By 50.
God dang it!
You laughed!
Julian, stop laughing!
Now, it should be noted here that there were groups such as the Roman Catholic Religious Order of Muslims, of Martyrans.
Dang.
Mom!
Sorry.
So, naturally, in 1880, when she just wrote so in 180. So, naturally, in 1780, when the Tripolitanian what the fuck is this word? What were you doing with Duncan?
Conflict.
Now, the outcome of this war is that, of course, the American blockade that surrounded Chipotle. I just said Chipotle. Now, that is the war of... What are you doing?
God.
Why do you swallow
God.
Now, that was the first war of the barbarian states. Again,
God
I
damn it!
hate you! In February 16th of 1804, Decatur and his crew raided Tripoli harbor in order to set the captured... On February 16th, Mom!
That's Julian.
Julie! Now, on the 6th of some month in 1805, without risk of attack from I don't know how this word works. Now, I feel that I should mention there were some groups, such as the Roman Catholic Religious Order of Martyrans, that operated from France with the particular mission of collecting and dispersing money to fund relief and rants of... Is my chair shaking?
Julian!
What? What are you doing?
Oh no.
How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? The arsonist has oddly shaped feet. Wait, are you recording this?
No, the red light means that it's, like, off.
Okay.
We're good.
No. What other vocal warm-up should I do?
I don't know. You're
What
you're
else
the
is-
actor.
What else is an Anchorman?
Oh, God.
Audrey! I've got bags under my eyes! Audrey! I look like hell! Audrey! What else?
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie enough to, like...
I've only seen it 9 times, Jack.
Well.
Hey, Miles, wanna play some COD?
Our tale begins with the Barbary pirates of...
Miles, it's Barbary, not Burberry. Barbary.
But it says Barbary right here.
Barbary. It's pronounced Barbary.
I'm pretty sure it's Burberry.
Barbary. Burberry's an iconic British luxury brand.
Like expensive coats and things?
Yes.
So it's Barbary?
Barbary.
Like Barbie? Like lanolin, like sheep's wool.
No. Barbary.
So, in 1780, when the Tripolitan... Was that you?
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh! What did you eat? Wait, look at that one. For real, let's stop.
It's Duncan.
Jack, look at the pretzels burning.
Look at it's Duncan.